Welcome to today's session. Today we are discussing some problems. First example 4.8. Figure 4.15 shows a long straight wire of circular cross section, radius A, carrying steady current I. The current I is uniformly distributed across this cross section. Calculate the magnetic field in the region R less than A and R greater than A. There is a diagram drawn in the question, but actually that question is wrong. Actually the cross-sectional area should be shown. So I have shown that correct diagram here. This is how it should be shown. The cross-section should be shown like this. Okay. So what we are asked to find is magnetic field in the region R greater than A means outside the wire, and R less than A means inside the wire. So here the wire is somewhat thick and it carries a current I. So first we will start with R less than, not R less than A, R greater than A. So for R greater than A means the point lies outside the wire. So having that point on the Amperian loop, we imagine that Amperian loop. So in this diagram, that second Amperian loop stands for that Amperian loop for which R is greater than A. Now we have to apply that Ampere-Circuital law. So when we apply the Ampere-Circuital law, as usual, we have BL is equal to mu 0 IE, where IE is the current enclosed by the Amperian loop. Here our current enclosed by the Amperian loop is I. So we have B into 2 pi r, where 2 pi r is the radius, not radius, the length of the Amperian loop. R is the radius of the Amperian loop. So B is equal to mu 0 I by 2 pi r. So the equation shows that B is inversely proportional to R. When R is greater than A, B is inversely proportional to R. Now we will consider the case R less than A. So the Amperian loop we need to consider inside the wire. As shown, you have another second dashed curve, that is Amperian loop inside. Okay, that is inside that Amperian loop we need to consider. So for that Amperian loop, what will be the Ampere-Circuital law? So when we take that Amperian loop, here also L is equal to 2 pi r. So B into 2 pi r is equal to mu 0 IE. Here IE is the current enclosed by the Amperian loop. So here we have to find that IE, because the current or the Amperian loop does not enclose the whole wire. Okay, it encloses only a portion of the cross section. So we need to find IE. It is already given in the question that current is uniformly distributed across the area. So we know radius of the wire is A. So current is uniformly distributed across the area by A square. So current per unit area is I divided by pi A square. Current per unit area is I by pi A square. So what is the current enclosed by radius R? It will be current per unit area into area of the Amperian loop. That means area of Amperian loop of radius R. That means I by pi A square into pi R square. So that will be the current enclosed by the Amperian loop. So here pi and pi will get cancelled and we have I into R square by A square. So IE is equal to I into R square by A square. So using Ampere's law, we have B into 2 pi r is equal to mu 0 into I R square by A square. So B is equal to mu 0 I divided by 2 pi a square into r. So what we get is B is directly proportional to R. So two results we are getting, that is when R is greater than A, B is inversely proportional to R, and when R is less than A, B is directly proportional to R. So these two relationships can be drawn as a graph. So that's what is shown here. So here we have the boundary here, that is A. So on left hand side it is R less than A, and on right hand side it is R greater than A. We know when R is less than A, B is directly proportional to R. So that's what the graph is straight line. So whenever you have direct proportionality, the graph will be a straight line. Then in the second part, that means when R is greater than A, B is inversely proportional to R. So when something is inversely proportional, the graph will be curved like this. That shape is called as what? Rectangular hyperbola, or hyperbola we say. So hyperbolic shape will be the graph. So this is how you have to draw the graph. Means when some equations are there, we have to draw the graph. Means directly proportional straight line, and inversely proportional means hyperbola. Example 4.9. A solenoid of length 0.5 meter has a radius of 1 centimeter and is made up of 500 turns. It carries a current of 5 ampere. What is the magnitude of the magnetic field inside the solenoid? So the problem is with a solenoid. Solenoid of length 0.5 meter has a radius 1 centimeter and it has 500 turns, and the current is 5. So you know B is equal to mu 0 Ni. Here N is what? So there are 500 turns in 0.5 meter. So what is number of turns per unit length? So in 1 meter length it will be 1000 turns. So here small letter N is equal to 1000. Okay, and I is what? 5 ampere. So substituting, we will have mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. So we have 6.28 into 10 raised to minus 3 Tesla. Now we will discuss some questions from exercises. First question. A circular coil of wire consisting of 100 turns each of radius 8 centimeter carries a current of 0.4 ampere. What is the magnitude of magnetic field B at the center of the coil? So it is a circular coil and it has 100 turns, and we need to find the magnetic field at the center. So the equation which we need to use is mu 0 Ni by 2r, where r is the radius of the circular loop. In our discussion, I think we used the letter A or something like that. So whatever it is, so that equation you can use and do the substitution and find the answer. So 3.1 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. Very easy one. Now 4.2. A long straight wire carries a current of 35 ampere. What is the magnetic field of B at a point 20 centimeter from the wire? So it is a straight wire. We know the expression for magnetic field due to a straight wire carrying current is mu 0 I by 2 pi r. So here I is 35 ampere and r, that radius, that means the distance of the point, that is 20 centimeter. That means 0.2 meter. So substituting the values, we will get 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. Now coming to 4.3, a long straight wire in the horizontal plane carries a current of 50 ampere in the north to south direction. Give the magnitude and direction of B at a point 2.5 meter east of the wire. So here directions are given. It's given long straight wire. It is carrying current in north to south direction. From north to south. You are asked to find the magnitude and direction. So it is a straight wire. So to find the magnitude, you can use the equation mu 0 I by 2 pi r. So doing substitution, direct question, doing substitution, we will get 4 into 10 raised to minus 6 Tesla. And to find the direction of magnetic field, we can use which one? Right hand thumb rule. So you have to hold the field produced by a long straight wire. It will be concentric circles. Okay, direction, it will be concentric circle with the center at wire. So you have to use right hand thumb rule and hold the right thumb in the direction of current. That means in north to south direction. So what will be the direction of magnetic field at a point 2.5 meter east of the wire? So at 2.5 meter east of the wire will be the direction of magnetic field will be upwards. That means vertically up. It will be vertically up at the point 2.5 meter east of the wire. So you have to use it your right hand. You use your right hand by keeping the thumb in from north to south direction. Then curl the fingers of the right hand. What is the direction shown by the finger at that 2.5 meter in the east direction? That direction gives you the direction of magnetic field. You will get it as upward. It is emerging up. Okay. Now coming to 4.4, a horizontal overhead power line carries a current of 90 ampere in an east to west direction. What is the magnitude and direction of magnetic field due to current 1.5 meter below the line? So now the wire is in east to west direction. Okay. And it carries a current 90 ampere. So equation is the same. And distance of the point is 1.5 meter. So substituting, we will have B is equal to 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. Now direction. So again right hand thumb rule we need to take. So hold the thumb in east to west direction and curl the fingers of the right hand. So you're asked to find 1.5 meter below the line. 1.5 meter below the line, when you use right hand thumb rule, it will be in from north to south direction. Okay, from north to south. So towards south will be the direction of magnetic field at a point 1.5 meter below the wire. So you have to keep the right hand thumb in east to west direction, and curl your fingers. Then what is the direction in which the fingers are going? Below the wire or below the thumb. That direction is from north to south. So that's how you can find the direction. Now, what is the magnitude of magnetic force per unit length on a wire carrying a current 8 ampere, making an angle 30 degree with the direction of uniform magnetic field of 0.15 Tesla? So this is the force experienced by a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. You know the expression is F is equal to IL cross B. So the magnitude of force is ILB sin theta. Direct question, I is given, B is given, theta also is given, and you're asked to find force per unit length. So force per unit length F by L will be IB sin theta, and substituting you will get 0.6 Newton per meter. Now 4.6, a 3 centimeter wire carrying a current of 10 ampere is placed inside a solenoid perpendicular to its axis. So current is perpendicular to the magnetic field because inside the solenoid the magnetic field is acting along the axis. The magnetic field inside the solenoid is given to be 0.27 Tesla. What is the magnetic force on the wire? So we have to use the equation IL cross B. Here theta is 90 degree. So sin 90 is 1. So we'll have ILB. Here L is 3 centimeter and current is 10 ampere and the magnetic field is 0.27 Tesla. So by substituting we will get 8.1 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton. To find the direction of magnetic force here, if it is asked, you can use which rule? Fleming's left hand rule, because here theta is 90 degrees, so it is easy to do with Fleming's left hand rule. Now coming to 4.8. A closely wound solenoid 80 centimeter long has 5 layers of windings, 400 turns each. The diameter of the solenoid is 1.8 centimeter. If the current carried is 8 ampere, estimate the magnitude of B inside the solenoid near its center. So it's given solenoid length is 80 centimeter, means 0.8 meter, and it has 0.08 meter, and it has 5 layers of windings, 400 turns each. So you have 5 layers of windings. There are 5 layers and each layer is having 400 turns. So what will be the total number of turns? 400 into 5, that is 2500, and not 2500, it will be 2000. The diameter of the solenoid is 1.8 centimeter. Now if the current is 8 ampere, so current is 8 ampere, you know, and diameter of the solenoid 1.8 centimeter, let it be. Now how to find B? B is equal to mu 0 Ni. So first step is to find N. So how will you get N? Total number of turns by length of the solenoid. So total number of turns is 2000. 2000 by 0.08 it is. So here there is a correction, 0.08. So 2000 divided by 0.8, how much it is? That's what you need to find. So you will get it around 2500 per meter. So substituting, you will get 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla. The rest is very direct one because current is given 8 ampere. So that radius of the or diameter of the solenoid, that is a misleading. Seeing the data, you may think we have to do something with that, but not. You need not do anything with that. Okay, so magnitude of magnetic field is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla. So only this much for today. Thank you.